Hi, everybody. This is Osprey from mychartcoach.com. And yeah, it's the start of Shark Week here. And look what we got on deck. We've got VIX futures spiking at nearly 15.5% tonight. Yeah, I can't figure out why. I was just getting ready to make a video on some other stocks. I was going to do some technology stocks, and then I was looking here at the indexes. I was like, oh yeah, everything's green, green, green. And then I looked over here at VIX futures, and it's up 15%. I mean, that's a huge move, but the indexes are all green, so this is very interesting. I looked up, is there some kind of news? Did I miss something? I'm not finding anything. I'm finding some tariff news about possible uranium tariffs that are starting out similar to the steel tariff and aluminum tariffs. There's a lot of talk about the Russian meeting with Putin and the backlash that's happened afterwards, and a lot of talk about politics. So I'm not sure if that's what has the spike. I'm not finding anything that's definitive or concrete. I'm just seeing here that VIX is telling us there's something very wrong right now. With VIX future spiking 15%, that usually is not a good sign. That usually leads to something. Something's coming up. Something's brewing. If you look here, 50 Cent volatility trader, he's been back. He or she, whoever it is, they've been they came back in June and started betting on volatility again, and there was that spike. And so maybe they're back at it now. Interestingly enough, there was this article out today on Benzinga, and it talks about how VIX is the overlooked loser in the trade war, and it talks here about how investors are shrugging off the trade war, no reason to panic. Basically, it even comes down here at the bottom, and it talks about that 50 Cent trader as well. I came across this article when I was looking up the 50 Cent trader. I was trying to see, what's happening with that, because that last time that led to the big spike. So I'm looking at all the clues that led to the last couple of times that volatility has spiked, and this is how it has begun before. So we'll see if history repeats, and if some volatility creeps back into the market. Interestingly, it's just a curious time for this to happen with earnings season in full-fledged mode. We had Netflix just incredible bounce off the bottom today. I mean, that was insane how it rallied back like $50 off the low. Yeah, there was no shrug off on any of the tech stocks. They just busted through, making new highs. The NASDAQ hit all-time new highs. I mean, things do look extremely frothy right now in the technology sector. The good thing is there's a lot of other sectors that are heating up. You have the airlines heating up. You had, just across the board, we've got a lot of sector rotation going on. It seems like there is, at the same time, you've got a couple different camps going where you've got people that are still going for the beta plays and going heavy into tech, but at the same time it looks like there's some defensive posturing going on and people rotating into more defensive sectors. Okay, so what we're looking at now is a spike in VIX futures, and so we're going to see tomorrow how this plays out. This is the VIX volatility index, VIX. This is the futures index, and as you can see, it closed down 6% today. It was down huge, all the way down to $12, and so you can see it was at the bottom range of the chart. Closing down here. This is near the bottom zone that it's been at lately. Once it got above $9 in that last push at the beginning of the year, this has been the bottom for VIX. And so it's bouncing off the bottom. Right now it's at 14, so that puts it way up here. If it were to open tomorrow at 14, that would put it above the 350-day simple moving averages and above EMA's 4, 8, and 13. All it would need to break is this red and dotted purple line. That's the 20-day simple moving average and the 200-day simple moving average. If it got above both levels and started trading above 14.37, that would be your clue that it's really moving again, and you could see it run all the way up here to $16 and retest that 100-day simple moving average. That that's where it's ran to on the last couple of big runs, and so that would be the upside potential. Yeah, we just have to see how it plays out. If it stalls out and it fails to get above 14 and pulls back below, it could be a false alarm. Sometimes it takes a couple days for this type of trade to pick up. As you can see back here, people were talking about the 50-cent trader coming back in, and it was like on this white candle here. This was the 13th, and yeah, this article here was on June 13th, and so you can see here on that day it spiked and then it pulled back, but then a couple days later it really got cooking, and they made the big bank. And so we're going to see here again if that's how this is playing out. If these big volatility players are setting themselves up for the next run, obviously they are smarter than us, they have more money than us, and they have better information. Okay, so we just do a lot of following the money by, we follow them through following the charts, following the volume bars. If you look at VXX here, okay, this is the short-term futures ETN. Now you could trade this, with options as well, and so it's been down now, riding EMA 4 resistance lower. If it gets above the EMA 4 at 31.42 and closes above that level, that should be the signal that it's starting to get a push higher. Similar to this white candle right here. Once it got above, that was the signal that it was getting ready to run. And so it could possibly, if VIX futures, if this has a positive reaction on the effect on these other volatility trading instruments, then this could spike up here above EMA 13. That would be the big level to break at 33, and then you'd want to see it get above the middle Bollinger Band and the 50-day simple moving average, basically in this 3450 resistance zone. Okay, take a look at UVXY. Now when trading VIX futures, this is going to give you more bang for your buck, but also, it is a little more volatile. As you can see, VIX here had a 1% move, and this had a 1.8% move. It's about a 2 times VIX move for UVXY, and so that can work for you if you have the direction correct, but it can also work against you if you miscalculated. So just keep that in mind. So this was down as well, right in EMA 4 resistance. Above 960 would be bullish. You want to get it above EMA 13 at 1038. That would be a huge level to break, and that would be a clear signal that it wants to push higher. And then you're looking at this 11 to 1130 resistance zone back above that 50-day simple moving average, and it could get moving. Okay, take a look at TVIX. This is what a lot of traders that don't trade options, this is how a lot of people in our chat, a lot of people that are penny stock traders, I mean, now it's a $36 stock. It used to be trading for pennies before the reverse split, but this was popular amongst a lot of just common traders, people that aren't trading options. And so this does not have options here, and so as you can see, TVIX is down now to below that EMA 4 at 38, been riding that pink line lower, and so what you really want to do is see it get above 42. Okay, for all of these stocks, it's going to be bullish if they get above EMA 4 at 38. Above 38 would be very bullish, okay? Just getting above EMA 4 for all of these, a close above, that's the first step. But if they can get above EMA 13, that's when you really know that you have something cooking, and then you're looking for a run once again up to that middle Bollinger Band and 50-day simple moving average. 48 would be the top level to break. As you can see here, it's been stalling out at the 50-day simple moving average. If it runs up and hits that level, that is the profit-taking zone if it fails to turn that level into support. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on VIX here. I mean, I keep checking to see if this is like an error, you know what I mean? Is there something wrong? But I mean, it says it's up 15%. I mean, that's what I'm getting here. I'm just going by the information here that I have off of FinViz. I've been using this for years. It's been really good to me. This has been a great website. I highly recommend it. I use the quotes here for for futures trading. This is a great job that you can keep track of all the movement overnight. You can break it down into the charts and get a closer look. You can look down below here, and it does have commercial hedgers are green, large traders are red, and small traders are blue. So you can check out the trading as well with the you can see how other different groups are trading whatever index you're looking at, or commodities. This is great for commodities. You have oil, gold. I look at it for checking out the dollar, and then also for looking at the 10-year and the 2-year with all this inverted yield stuff going on. This is another good tool for that. So we're gonna see what happens. This is getting crazy. 50 Cent is back. Yeah, we're just gonna have to finish it up with the little music here. right? Because, oh, I turned it down. I had to bust out a little Jaws for you because it seems like, it's summertime and there could be danger. Even though it's earnings season, watch out. It may not be as safe as you think out there. Okay, thanks for viewing this video. Come check out the chat. I'll post the link below the YouTube video. Thank you. Oh no!